Hi, hope you had a great day yesterday. Welcome back to your final day of just plugging in with myself and Mr. Anderson and, hoping you get acclimated to our class. I'm going to start today off just like we have these past 4 days with the learning objectives. And so today you will reflect on our poems for the week or write a poem of your own. You will understand the importance of kindness for weakness and how our poems relate to the book. And finally, you will be able to explain your thoughts on kindness for weakness and effectively participate as a fully functioning student in our class. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to finish up the last section of the All About Me Gazette. And so I'm going to go ahead and share mine. And so this last section right here, which in my opinion was the easiest section to fill out, it's Mr. L's favorites. And so I'm going to go ahead and just read these for you just so you can get to know me a little bit better. My favorite game, Fallout 4. My favorite song is Come Fly With Me by Frank Sinatra. My favorite book is Tuesdays with Morrie. My favorite sport is basketball. My favorite TV show is The Office. My favorite movie is Napoleon Dynamite. My favorite color is either pink or blue. I don't really have any preference there between the two. My favorite animal is definitely a panda. My favorite drink is Mountain Dew. My favorite food is barbecue chicken pizza. My favorite candy is peanut butter M&Ms. My favorite holiday is Christmas, and my favorite subject is English. And so, we're going to go ahead and give you just about 5 minutes to finish out this last section, and I also want to remind you that to make sure you turn this in to either myself or Mr. Anderson at the end of class, just so that way we can start to know you, we can start to get to know you a little bit better by reading through this, because we are very excited to read what you had wrote. And so go ahead and pause the video. Just take a little bit of time, take about 5 minutes. If you finish early, just go ahead and come back in and join. Okay, so now that you're back, what we're going to do is we're going to read our last poem of these 5 days that we've been together. And so right up on the screen, you'll go ahead and see the poem. So the poem today is called Changing. Changing. Out with the bad, in with the good. No more doing crimes and kicking it in the hood. Need to drop all the drugs and quit trying to be a big thug. No more regrets of all the things I've done. I need to unwind. I'm so done. So today, just like these past couple days, we're going to have you go through some thought-provoking questions. We want you just to kind of process what the poem means to you, process how this poem can relate to the book that we just finished as well. So our first thought-provoking question is, what will you do with your second chance that you have been given? What would James or Freddie have done if they were given a second chance? Will you let your past define your future, or will you shatter the past and forge your own future? So go ahead, take just a little bit of time just to pause the video and reflect on those questions. Okay, and so for the last little assignment kind of thing that we're doing here, these past couple days we've had you doing a lot of reflection over the book, some reflection over the poem, some written stuff like that, but today's going to be a little bit different. We kind of told you a little bit about it at the beginning of the week, or at the beginning of our time together, but today we're going to give you two options. We are going to have you either reflect a little more in depth on one of the poems that we read this week, or we're going to have you write your own poem. And so if you choose to write your own poem, we want your poem to be at least 10 lines long. The poem does not need to rhyme, but it should be reflective of your past experience or experiences that happened in the book. If you choose to write a reflection over one of the poems, we want it to be at least 2 paragraphs long. We also want it to be very reflective. We want you to take the poem and relate it to your life, and tell us why you chose the poem, why it stuck out to you. So go ahead, we're going to give you the rest of the time to work on this, and if time runs out and you feel like you need more time to work on this, just let myself or Mr. Anderson know, and we would love to give you more time. We don't want to constrict you to just 20 minutes to working on this or anything like that. But yes, go ahead and work on this the rest of the time. There is a little bit more of the video as well, so when your time finishes up, go ahead and make sure that you come back and we'll finish up. So, now that our time is done, now that our 5 days together is kind of over, I just wanted to personally say one more time how excited I am to have you in our class, and how excited I am to see you participate in our class and just share your opinion. It's always so amazing to have new students come in from new places who have all of these different experiences. And so I know myself and Mr. Anderson, we are extremely excited to get to know more about you, to get to meet you, and to get to read some of the work that you did this week. Again, if you have any questions about the class, if you have any questions about school, anything like that, please let myself or Mr. Anderson know, because we want our classroom to be a safe space, and we want the two of us to be people that you can come to when you are going through anything. And so I'm going to have you right now just kind of unplug, join the classroom, and I can't wait to get to know you more as a student.